So I want to talk about getting stuff done. I know that's always such a fun subject. A lot of people struggle with getting stuff done, and I can totally understand. Sometimes it's difficult to stay motivated, stay focused, stay on track of what you're supposed to do. And so I wanted to make a video as I'm on my way out the door. How to get stuff done, basically. Last night, so up here in the Northeast, it gets dark at around noon every day in the wintertime. Not really. It gets dark like 3:45, 4 o'clock, way too early. So by the time I get out of work, it's dark out. I don't want to go out in the garage and work on stuff. Like, ugh. So, I need a coat. Focus. Oh, that's nice. So it's hard to stay motivated when it's dark, especially. And so last night I tricked myself into working. And here's how I did it. So I didn't want to work. I came in, it was nice and warm inside. And I thought about this on the way home. Yeah. Basically, this is kind of an awkward video. And I'm sorry. Oh, this is a perfect example of how you get stuff done. I wanted to make this video, and I'm making it as I'm walking out of the door. So, there's the first example. But basically, I tricked myself. I came home, and I told myself that the first thing I would do is put on my work clothes. And that's the number one barrier I've found to me getting stuff done. Is like, oh, I've got to change. Oh, that's so much work. But I got home. I put my work clothes on. I'm not going to go out to my car just yet, so I'm not going to stand out here in the cold. So I'm going to go back inside. I put my work clothes on. And then I was like, okay. I had my work clothes on. And the natural progression, once you have your work clothes on, is to go out and work. And it was natural. Once I was dressed for working, I just kind of went out there and I was like, okay. And by the time I got out to the garage, I knew about what I wanted to do, and I just did it. So that's the first part. Set yourself up so that you don't have any excuses. Identify what the excuses are that you use to not get stuff done, and eliminate them. Don't plan to work, just eliminate the excuse. That's the only step. Step 2. Take the smallest chunk you can. Chunk it out into the tiniest task, and say, I am just going to do this task. All right. So, for instance, last night, I'm going to go out and I'm going to hook up the modines, or I'm going to do this one thing. Take one part of it. For instance, I get to insulate this wall, but in order to do that, I have to put in these nailers. But in order to do that, I have to move this wire, and then I have to staple the wire down. I have to run the wire. So start out and you say, okay, I'm just going to run the wire. And you go out and you just run the wire. By the time you're done running the wire, you're standing there in your work clothes, working, ready to go to the next step. You say, okay, now I'm just going to install these nailers. I'm going to get the wood, I'm going to get my saw, I'm going to get my nail gun, just going to install the nailers, done. Stop right there. It's like, okay. Well, I suppose I could, I'll just insulate now. So you just insulate. And if you chunk it out, very, very small task by small task, you'll find yourself, one, getting tons done. But the most important part about this plan is that you don't have any expectations. You have no expectation about what you're going to get done. Now, maybe in the back of your mind, you're tricking yourself, but you don't have that upfront expectation of, I'm going to get all this stuff done, which is why most people get stopped, because they look at it like, I have all this to do. So you don't have any expectation, which is important, because then you don't get let down. You go out there and you run one wire and you come back in. That's what you plan to do. No big deal. Awesome. So that's my how to get stuff done tip. So thanks for watching. The 100th video is coming up. And I'm going to throw 2 more videos in here before it that are basically like blooper videos that I took while I was building the garage. I noticed that one of the videos that I was hearing noises all the time, like on camera, being like, "What's that noise?" And what's funny is that the people who know me know that when I hear a noise, I'm always like, "What's that?" And it's kind of an inside joke, but I figured I'd share it all with you, how often I hear noises and completely stop what's going on. So, and the other one is how frustrated I became with my air compressor and its noise. So, yeah, enjoy, and thanks again for watching.